doesn't work really well. Emmanuelle, welcome back. It's great to be chatting with you again. As I said, I apologize for the holiday here, but at least, and let me just adjust your camera quickly so that people can see how absolutely awesome this is. We match, and that's really, really
Yes.
important. So there we go.
Yes.
How's that? There
And
we go.
as you zoom
Yeah,
out, can you
yeah.
see my necklace?
Yes, I can. It's fab.
Do you know what it is?
Is it a
Is
tooth?
now I'm
Yeah.
quizzing you. I
Uh-oh.
bought this in South Africa.
Okay. What is
Yeah,
it?
and it's
It looks like a
it's the
sharp.
African symbol for strength.
Oh, I love. You know what? I'm on holiday and I'm traveling. I don't have my pad with me, so I need my down, 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 down.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So just imagine me going,
Yeah,
hey!
yeah.
Oh, that's very, very cool. Thank you for wearing that. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. And it's
Yeah.
really it's awesome to have you back on. Thank you again for making the time. I know when we tried last time, shall we say technology was against us, and
Right.
it took a while. So hopefully the Wi-Fi at back at the studio is better, or the internet rather. But hey, we're in a hotel. By the way, can you see this wallpaper behind me? It looks like concrete. It's the most amazing
I was
thing.
going to say it looks like
Hey,
concrete. That's wallpaper.
that's wallpaper. So you got wallpaper here, the concrete wallpaper on this side of the room, and then on that side of the room you got like really dark wood, and it works so well. And then light wood on the floors. It really works well. So it's a fantastic
Oh,
hotel.
cool.
It's
Mm-hmm.
a chain called the Pearls, which are well, sorry, it's called the Capital Group, but it's a hotel called the Pearl. So really, yeah, nice place to be staying. I've been out in the sun all day, so very, very happy to be relaxing, and then awesome to be chatting to you. And again, your color scheme is fantastic. If I can just mention that.
Couldn't have planned it better.
I have a red tie. Maybe I should go put that on. So I
Mm.
think let's kick it off again. I know we did touch on it when we spoke last time, but Commonwealth Champs, you know, what a fantastic event. I had an absolute blast. How was the competition for you? What did you think?
Oh, I had such a great time. The trip overall was one of my favorite competitions, if not my favorite. It
Oh,
was,
awesome.
yeah, just the whole experience. I really enjoyed Sun City. And the more competitions that you go to, the more people that you meet and repetitively meet, which is really cool because then you get to know people a little bit better.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, and Commonwealths was great. It was a very great comp for me strength wise. I just felt like I felt really good, and it was again, it was just um I was happy with everything. I was happy with the setup. I was happy with the people, with the place. It was just really great overall.
Oh, awesome. What did
Yeah.
you think sort of I mean the venue was quite amazing. How was the warm-up area for you guys having the training gym there as well? Did that make a difference to your experience?
For sure. The warm-up area was very large. There was a lot of room to just, get yourself set up and have your space and everything. And I didn't feel that anyone was, fighting for racks and
Mm.
that sort of thing. So I felt like that was very well done. Um, having the training area was really good. It was busy.
Yeah.
It was busy for sure, but people are really great. When
Mm.
somebody comes in and, hey, can I work in with you? Yeah, sure, let's do this. And that's another way that you get to meet people from different countries, different weight classes, different, whatever. And so it's fun to be able to do that. So despite the training area being kind of, like I said, very busy,
Yeah.
it was fun too because I got to talk to people and um, you know, that just adds to the experience for
Uh,
sure.
It was really cool. I know I had to go and how can I say this gently persuade some of the athletes that sorry, you're in the warm-up area. There is a training area over there. And I think many of them were like, oh, sorry, sorry, knowing full well. But
Yeah, sure.
you always want to be as sort of as nice as possible. So what
Absolutely. Yeah.
what's that like for you bumping into other athletes again that you see at comps going? Like for me, it's something that there's something special about it. I've been trying to put my finger on what it is. I don't know, maybe like we're a whole bunch of excited kids that are seeing one another, like like a Christmas morning reunion kind of thing. But what makes it so special for you?
Well, I think one part of it is social media
Mm,
because you start connecting with people and you follow them, and it's this strange thing where you feel like you know them, you're getting to know them, and when really you don't.
yeah.
Not really. But you get this virtual connection and you chat every once in a while, and even interactions on social media, they might be really encouraging, or somebody's like, oh, I'm really having a tough time with my training lately,
Mm,
or
mm.
whatever, and then you have a little chat about that, and you have this common ground. And then some of the people I've met before, when I went to South Africa, some of the people I met before, and some of them I only met virtually, and then it's like, oh, hey, it's you. you know
Yeah.
so it's just fun. It's fun to talk to people, and some of them, of course, some people naturally you connect to more than others, and to
Yes.
be able to just and even just sit down and have a chat, or when you're not competing, you sit together and watch others compete. So it's just that common, that common ground, and which makes it really easy to talk and that sort of thing, because you have this common passion, this common sport, so yeah, it's really fun.
It absolutely is, and I think it's that shared commonality which is awesome. I think we're all excited. We all have our hopes and our expectations, but on top of that, our hopes, right? Where you can do amazing things in the comp, you can perform beyond what you expect. You may have some challenges. All of these things make it really, really exciting. For your performance for the comp at Sun City. What was that like for you? Were you happy with that?
Yeah, yeah, in terms of the outcome, you mean, of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
competition?
That's it. Yeah, your lifts.
Yes.
So,
So excuse me, for
but
Commonwealths,
can I get some water? Um,
well, I do have coffee here, so maybe
ah,
I'll take
excellent.
a
Okay,
sip.
cheers. Yeah, I need my coffee. Yeah.
um I think we're a bit of a different time,
Yeah, yeah.
you
Hang
and
on.
I, right now.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
But I got to show you
Okay.
this because you are coming out here. So, quite a large hotel room next to it. So there's a South African protein supplement company called USN. They've got stuff overseas, like they sell their products internationally. There's a coffee chain here called Plato, which make really good coffee. They've gotten together and made there's actual coffee in here. There's like
Oh,
espresso.
nice.
So there's dry, like little freeze-dried espresso granules in the whey protein. So you can
I'm
proper
gonna
have
have
a
to
whey
try
hit.
it.
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sorry, okay, go
Yeah.
ahead before I interrupted.
Yeah. So for Commonwealths, of course, we had both. We
Mm,
had Worlds and
yes.
Commonwealths that were combined. So for Commonwealths, I did manage to uh place first, which was really exciting
Bum,
for
bum,
me.
bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum.
Yeah. So I was able to bring back the gold medals for
Sure.
total and
Mm,
also all three lifts, which was really exciting.
that's
Yeah, it
so
was
cool.
really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Worlds, I placed fourth overall. There was a battle for third. And you make the coach makes choices, and it
Yes.
played out the way it did. But oddly enough, I wasn't disappointed, and I'm still not disappointed that I didn't podium. I
Sure.
got silver in both bench and in deadlift. But I was just so happy with the way that I was feeling that day and the way that my lifts were going. And um, I've mentioned to you before, I'm a very
Mm.
well, I shouldn't say I am. I was a very nervous competitor. I definitely
Ooh,
still get a lot of nerves. Oh,
I hit the
oh,
wrong button there. Hang on a second.
okay.
I found a way to
Oh,
connect it
that's
on the
fun.
phone. Sorry, okay,
Oh,
go
good, good.
on.
We just had a little stretch intermission
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that's it. Just abs, just abs.
Just some abs.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Right, sorry,
but
go ahead.
yeah, so I wasn't disappointed overall because I just
Mm.
my lifts felt so good and it went so well.
Oh,
And for me, that's the way I was feeling. And I like literally, and it was the first time where I sincerely felt that there just was no room for disappointment. I was happy with how things went, and um my nervousness was just not the same. Like I always get nerves, and I think it's one of those things. I think it's good to be nervous because
yeah.
it just shows you, that I think the expression goes, it shows that it's important to you, and it is important to me. I put a lot of time and
Hmm.
effort into it, and but I think just getting more comfortable with myself competing and knowing how I am and what I need and what works for me and what routines and what foods and hydration, all these things. The more you compete, the better you get to know yourself,
Yes.
and it went very well, and I was very happy as well with the time zone change because that can be a challenge
Mm.
sometimes.
Absolutely. I
But
mean, that was huge. I mean, it was nearly the opposite times, right? It was like, what, 9 hours?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 or 9, but
Mm-mm.
and the same thing goes with, oh, sorry. I don't know if you hear my dog barking
No,
here.
but please say
Okay.
hi. Def-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so the I did the same planned out my flights the same way for the Worlds this
Mm.
year to
Okay,
give
awesome.
myself more time in the beginning
Oh,
to be able to get used to the time and recoup that way. So
okay, 100%. Now, speaking of Cape this year, Cape Town, World Masters 2025, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Have you seen any of the videos that we put out of the hotels? Sort of what to expect, the venue hotel?
yes, I have seen some of the videos. You've been doing a great job with that.
I can't believe I get to do this for a living. Like, it's too much fun, right?
Yeah, that's great for
Cool.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm especially now that my flights are booked and
Yes.
everything. Yeah, I'm extremely excited about that.
Oh, awesome. So it's a great, what do podcasters or streamers do this? It's a great pivot to a sponsorship thing. We're going to go into our sponsor, but for us, it's a great pivot into, okay, so you're in early. What are some of the things that you would like to do before competing? And what are some of the things that you would like to do after competing, given sort of Cape Town's phenomenal location and offering? I think it has been voted 3, 4 years in a row now, maybe five, the best city in the world in terms of tourism, and also number one for food. I mean, the food, excuse me, is just insane. So I got distracted thinking about food there. So what are you looking to
Yeah,
do?
so
I mean, because I know
yeah,
obviously ahead of the comp, you've got to be cognitive of the fact you're competing. So,
yes. So I would say that absolutely before the
mm,
competition, you have to be careful about, what sort of activities you're doing.
yeah,
Um,
no climbing
I've
Lion's
already
Head and bungee
planned.
jumping. Sorry.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
And I actually already planned climbing the day after my comp with one of my Canadian friends.
Awesome.
And I said, will you wait? Because she competes like, I think 2 days before me. And I said, will you wait to do it
Yeah.
with me? Because I really want to do that
Ah,
after the competition. So for sure that's on the list.
awesome.
Um, yeah, I mean, I definitely want to check out a beach. I think that's a great thing to do when
Absolutely.
you're pre-comp. You can
Yeah.
just relax.
I think Cape Town is so great to get around with the Ubers. The Ubers are really good. It's a lot of fun, particularly if you're taking like Uber Black or Uber Business. Easy to get around. So you could take an Uber from the hotel and go straight up to tell them you want to go to the bottom of the Jeep track on Lion's Head, and then that'll take you to the main path, and you can just follow the path up to the top of the mountain. There are a couple of ladders, there's some chains you can go up as well, but very simple and easy to do. India Fenster is a little bit more challenging to go up Table Mountain, but Plattekloof is a great. It's a little bit of energy, but it's a very simple, lots of steps. Going up the back of Table Mountain. That's also a fantastic fun. So, I mean, if you could do back to back both. I have a friend of mine, David, who's insane. He runs up and down Lion's Head in under 40 minutes. So, for a normal person, give yourself 3 hours because you want to take your time to get up there, take photos. Every time you come around the mountain, you just got these most magnificent views. So it's something truly spectacular. And the venue hotel is literally right there. I mean, you could actually, if you gave yourself another 40 minutes and you wanted a good walk, you could walk up Cliff Street and get to the top. So really, really cool. Great coffee shops in Cliff Street as well ahead of the comp if you want to grab some coffee. Great breakfast places as well. Great Thai, Vietnamese food. So the food's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be awesome. Right, beaches. Do you like penguins?
Oh, are you telling me there are penguins on the beach?
So there's a couple of things. So I grew up in Camps Bay. So Camps Bay is a magnificent beach. There's restaurants across the road. It's a little bit more European, where you can go and sit and have a cocktail and a bite, and people come off the beach and then go for lunch. Lots of Ferraris and sports cars there. So it's quite a fancy place, definitely compared to where I grew up. But it's an absolutely wonderful vibe. Highly recommend it. Another great beach is Clifton, because Clifton has four different beaches. So fourth beach is like the family beach. First beach, which would be on the other side, is more of the younger people. If you just want to go and chill on your own, it's a great beach to go and relax on. Clifton on fourth beach, the lifeguard hut is right there. So it's a very, very, very safe beach for bathing. The water's a little bit cold, but you're Canadian, so it's going to be relatively warm. However, on the False Bay side, so on the other side of the peninsula, because and then you have Cork Bay, Simonstown, Fishhook. I think what we really need is I've got to get all of the athletes together. We have to do like a giant webinar, and I'll bring in some Tony. We can do Q&A. But there's a beach called Boulders. It's a protected reserve. You pay for it to go onto the beach, but it's negligible. And then you can go and see the penguins on the beach, and then you go around to the other side of the beach and you can swim amongst the rocks. The water's warm, it's sheltered, it's absolutely phenomenal. So you can swim with the famous jackass penguins. Those are the guys that Apple made a movie about during COVID.
Okay, I need to do that.
Yeah, it's
I absolutely need to do
proper.
that.
Yeah. So yeah, can you see I'm getting a little bit too excited here?
Yeah, for sure.
But I love it. It's awesome. All right, cool. So, chatting a little bit about the competition, any expectations that you can share that you want to talk about?
Well, it's interesting because I do watch the nominations. I know
Mm,
some athletes just kind of
mm,
they let it go and what will be will be. So the nominations a lot have come in the past couple of days, which is really interesting. Um, I so it when I take a look at what's happening in for the first place athlete, she's considerably like 30 kilos above my total
hmm.
as it stands. But the individuals that are second, third, and fourth are of extremely neck and neck, totals between
Yeah.
430 and 435.
Mm-hmm.
So it's super, super close. Um, but then I see Kimberly Walford has entered the 69 kg weight class. So, so that will change things as well if she decides to compete in the 69
Yeah.
this coming year. Um, but yeah, so no matter what, it's going to have to be one of those things where I just give everything I
Yeah.
have, and keep training with the intent that I just want to have my best total and my best numbers and
Mm.
so on. And we had nationals in now I'm losing track of time,
Uh,
late February,
Feb,
early March.
March, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I had a great comp, and I just, my personal goal is to do better than I did then, and hopefully that will be that will be the outcome. Um, so I have
That's
some
awesome.
personal
Mm.
targets, that I would love to
Mm.
be able to hit, and so I do have, which is interesting because before I did have numbers. Of course, you go into a competition with, your ideal outcome sort of thing,
Mm.
but this year I have a more concrete number, like a few numbers that are more concrete in my head, that I want to hit. And I think, if I focus on that rather than necessarily the placement, it will feel like it did last year,
Mm.
where,
Mm.
I was just extremely happy with the outcome of the competition. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's and you made such a valid point because you might have someone who's 30 kilos above, and then another group is neck and neck, and then but what you said about you taking it easy ahead of the competition, that's always vital because particularly with international travel, you don't know, you may have a bad meal, you may be extra fatigued if you're not giving yourself enough time. So all of those things can play into the results, which means you're never out. You're never out of the medals or even that first.
Right. And I mean, it can, but it, on the flip side, it can be you.
Yeah,
It can be you that
yes.
has a less than ideal competition. So, um, it is, I mean, absolutely. Do I want to do well? Absolutely, I do. To, all of of course, it's nice to be able to medal and all those things,
Mm,
um, but yeah, focusing my brain, getting my brain focused on, what I want to achieve, and on comp day
mm,
to take what's there
yes, that's
and
it.
to perform the best I can on that day for
Oh,
sure.
awesome. That's such a fantastic attitude because you're bringing, like, you're going to have fun, right? No matter what.
That's right.
Yeah.
I am gonna have fun. Like, I mean, how exciting is it for me, to think, so this is my last year as an M1.
Mm.
Next year I go to the M2 category, but
We look
I
forward to
started,
having you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Um, but I've been powerlifting since 2020. This is newer for me, and I just can't, like, sometimes I can't wrap my head around how incredible this has been.
Hmm.
And, the places that I've gone to, the people that I've met, and um, it's just like when you just really stop and think, like, I'm going to Cape Town in
Hang on.
October. Yeah, like, I mean, literally, the one stretch flight from New
Yeah.
York to Cape Town is almost 15 hours.
Oh,
I've
wow.
never done this before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
it's
that's
it's
big.
gonna be great.
No, it's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
and
Yeah.
it is.
And by the way, did I mention, sorry, whale watching season in Hermanus, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. A shuttle's about 2,500 Rand, and there's some fantastic hotels there. So if you want to go on the boat and watch whales, or even from the shore, Hermanus is amazing, fantastic food. So, but definitely afterwards. So I think I forgot to mention that with a 15-hour flight, I think with international travel, and I'd like your thoughts on this. Competition prep, not the training for the comp, not leading up to, but competition prep probably starts 3, 4 days out, right? Making sure you're getting in that extra sleep, getting ready for that flight, what you're bringing on that flight. I mean, 3, 4 days before you even get on the plane, because that is, I mean, I've done 13 hours to Hong Kong, so you definitely win.
Yes. Yeah. I,
So,
um, there is so much preparation
mm,
there to go to these to an international competition like this. Um, I kind of laugh because when I went to Mongolia, I prepped quite a bit and my suitcase didn't come. So all my food and
wow.
the things that I
Yeah.
had planned, I was like, okay. So then I learned from that lesson and brought more in my carry-on to Cape Town, but then my bag arrived, so everything was fine.
Okay.
Um, but yes, there's a lot of preparation and I think the big thing for me is because you think
Mm,
about this 15-hour flight and it's very like it's very I don't know if daunting's the word, but
yeah. No,
yeah,
daunting
it's
for
not ex
sure. Yeah.
yeah. So there is definitely that, but I'm trying so hard to just tell myself just be in the moment.
Yeah.
Worrying about this flight and how long it's going to take isn't going to make it go any faster.
Yes.
So trying to prepare ahead of time, thinking about the flight path and maybe trying to make sure I'm extra tired for that flight so I can sleep a little longer, that sort of thing. But yes, there's definitely so much pre-planning before you plan get on the plane. And to me the carry-on is so huge.
Mm-mm.
Just those are the things that have to arrive,
So, 100%. I think the one thing to put your mind at ease a little bit, the Cape Town food scene is phenomenal. There are every dietary type, whether one is vegan, raw vegan, carnivore, whatever, is catered for. Plus, we have some fantastic delivery services. I'm actually going to reach out and have a chat to them to see if there's some way they want to get involved. There's one called Checkers 6060 where you can order your items and it'll be delivered to the hotel within 60 minutes. So you go through a normal shopping list of a supermarket and it's delivered. So whether it's tuna or salad or fruit, you could order a fruit salad and a 5 liter bottle of water and a Greek yogurt and some bran as an example, and have it delivered to the hotel. You don't even have to go out of the hotel. So the delivery side of it's very, very different to the Sun City experience, where Sun City is incredible, but you're in the bush. So there's Woolies, the Woolworths delivery, there's Pick and Pay, all these different chains do fantastic delivery as well. So it's not something that you have to stress about at all, because you could even have it. I think they start delivery at 8 a.m. So it would be at the hotel
oh,
by
that's
nine
great.
o'clock. Yeah. So they usually run from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Delivery service is fantastic. We have Uber Eats as well, so where you can get deliveries from restaurants and coffee shops, but great coffee at the hotel. And the best thing about the Venue Hotel, again, Sharon, I remember speaking to poor Craig from the UK, from Team GB, where, coaches don't eat, right? And because you're there at
Oh,
6
I know.
a.m. for the weigh-in, and ahead of the 5:30 probably, and you're going through and by the time breakfast is on and up and running, you warming up your athletes. So here at least the breakfast is like a 14-second run, and for
That's
for
great.
Craig probably 7 seconds because he's quick. um, so yeah, so just on that point for yours, don't stress about the food. It's yeah, bring it for peace of mind, but it's not something that it's the food side is very, very similar. Um, One of the things I'd like to touch on as well, just we spoke about it in our first podcast, but for those who may not have seen it, what is it about powerlifting? And I have to tell you, I love chatting with you because you can just hear the excitement and the love and the passion for the sport in your voice. So What is it about powerlifting for you that makes it so special for you?
Um, oh, so many things.
Yay!
So many
Cool.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, from the sport
Mm,
perspective, I think for me, I've always said I think one of the best things about powerlifting um, is the way that it spans, from we'll just say from the lightweight athletes to the heavyweight
mm,
athletes. Um, I'm using World Games, or I guess even World Games is super heavyweight, but anybody can do it. Yes, people cut down to different weight
mm, mm,
classes and stuff like that, but it it's for everyone, which I think is fabulous. It's great. You can come as you are. Um, but for me, what it has brought to me from the sport perspective, I really love the focus it gives me. Like it gives me something to work towards.
mm-hmm,
And I always joke of not knocking the chip plate, because even if all you can do is add a chip plate, there's this feeling of increasing, this feeling of going towards this new goal
mm,
and trying to achieve a little bit more. So I like that consistent, that you consistently have something to work towards, like even if you're not able to bump things up. But I really like that. I feel that it has brought a lot of discipline as well into my life because powerlifting isn't just going into the gym and lifting weights, right? Like
correct. Yeah.
it's everything. It's your nutrition, it's your sleep, it's your overall self-care. Like I find that it's just very much everything encompassed. And uh I just came back from BC,
Mm.
what I don't know, a week and a half ago, and I went there and I went to see a couple of my sisters, but I also went to stay with one of my friends, and I met this friend at my first nationals in British Columbia,
Oh,
and
wow.
this is the thing is when I stop and I think about this, I'm like, so so this friend lives in Kelowna, but I'm sitting in Kelowna, beautiful location, mountains around. My friend has a pool, and I'm like, look, like, how did I get here? How did I
Yeah.
get to this place where I'm hanging out with my friend? I'm sitting outside this beautiful location and I'm just chilling. And it was just, through a competition. Like we competed against each other. And that's how we initially connected. And I think there's just been, I don't know, I always say I'm a person that wears my heart on my sleeve, but I feel this year that I've really spent time thinking and reflecting about the great connections that I've made, the friendships that I made. Next week, I'm going to Toronto just for vacation. And I have already two people I've reached out to say, hey, I'm coming.
Oh.
Maybe we could train together, So, like, how great is that? How special is that I get to have these connections and these great people that I've met and yeah, it just has brought so much into my life, not just from a strength perspective, from
Mm,
a whole
mm.
person. I feel like I'm making this sound much bigger than it is, but it is
No,
big.
no, it is
I really
it is
feel
that
that
big.
way.
100. You're not blowing it up. You're
Yeah.
spot on, and I think it's so special that where you can have a connection with someone. I always used to joke decades ago when I played golf before the war, and yeah, and we always said, golf's great because you can get two golfers together and they'll discuss a hole on a course that they each played but 20 years apart, right? And then it's that shared experience. But I think for powerlifting, there's a shared experience, but you're on the platform cheering for one another, the person you're competing against, and that builds a very special bond when you're cheering for someone, they're cheering for you, and you can go and get to visit them and hang out at their home. I mean, how wonderful is that? And you're not exaggerating. I think it's just particularly given what we've been through with the pandemic, post pandemic, that the ability to connect, I think, for young kids, for the juniors and the sub juniors, now to find a place
Hmm.
of belonging where they had that taken away from them, where they were having to school at home, so, online like this, and then they can connect and just. I think, especially as it, I suppose it's for all of us, but particularly when we're younger, you walk into a room of strangers, you got nothing to talk about. With powerlifting, you've got stuff to talk about and mutual connection. So it's very, very special. And I think you hit the nail on
It
the head.
is.
Yeah. It's like it's a great way to meet people and make friends. And you see them from comps. And like I love being at a competition and watching the audience who people walk in and it's like la 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 la. Ah, vroom hug.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
As a matter of
Exactly.
fact, I saw you do that at the Combat Sun City when you walked in.
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
did.
So
Yeah,
it was very, very special. One of the things you also mentioned that I'd just like to talk about is you spoke about powerlifting teaching you that not only is it your training, you got to focus on your sleep, your nutrition, all of your self care, all of these things. How wonderful is it that during powerlifting, your early career where you start out and then you're making great gains, and then the gains start to stagger. They start to wane off a little bit, and then you discover,
sure.
hold on, if I dial in my nutrition, now I'm getting bigger gains. If I look after my sleep, and you get all of these little gifts along the way. What's that like for you?
Yeah, it is so interesting when you spend some time thinking about these things and zoning in. And as you said, the gains, they call them the newbie gains,
Yeah.
when those like, taper. It can be discouraging.
Mm,
It can be, and I mean, sometimes you regress. Like I've regressed where especially on my deadlift, it
mm,
just like all of a sudden I was like, what the heck is going on here? Like I can't do what I did before. And so it feels discouraging. But before I got into powerlifting, it's the strangest thing, but I always thought like uh, the fact that I didn't sleep very much was a badge of honor. Like,
yes.
oh, I'm doing this and I'm getting up early and I'm in it's like, this is not a badge of honor. It is not.
Yeah.
And getting proper sleep is so critical. And I'm not saying that I'm the best at it in terms of sleep quality, but I really do. I try my very best to get in to bed and up and have those hours to do that. And
Mm,
I 100% believe there's a correlation there, and I know scientifically there is, um, but that's important. And then nutrition is another thing.
mm.
N- I never strive for perfection, so I'm not a person that's like, I don't eat chocolate, I don't eat things. I love chocolate and I eat it. I love it. But
Hold on.
um, yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, so but I do feel that when I really focus in on my nutrition and put the effort into getting that base in there, those healthy bases,
Mm,
that I perform better. So, I can feel it in my tummy when I've,
yep.
maybe gone gone awry a little bit. But and those things make a difference. They just make a difference in the way I feel less lethargic,
Mm,
all
mm.
those things, and to feeling better and performing better.
Sure, I
So,
love, I love that. And
yeah.
I threw up some hearts. I'm going to give up some more hearts here because of the love of chocolate. But when you're training, when you're competing, and when you still have your chocolate, but you value it a lot more because it's not mindless eating; it's mindful eating of chocolate, right? Where it's eating that chocolate with intention. And like
Yes.
at the hotel here, they do the world's most epic caramel. I'm not a caramel fan. They do a caramel milkshake. Now, normally I'd have a chocolate, but they do such an amazing caramel. Like I thought, I had a salad for lunch. I thought, should I have? No, no. I want to focus, and I know what sugar can do to me sometimes. Can you imagine me on a sugar high with this amount of energy normally? I mean, it would just be nuts, right? There's a me,
Yeah.
what do they say, a meerkat on PCP, like a little. So, like, they have that afterwards, and I think that's what powerlifting teaches you, and wanting to perform at an elite level, that you got to look after what you do, but it doesn't mean that you can't.
Yes. Yeah, and
Mm,
there was a world level athlete that made a post. I think it was BV, but
mm,
she put out a post of everything, all the time that it takes to do it. When it and your food tracking, your
mm.
sleep, your recovery, whatever that looks like. Sometimes it's physio, and then the actual training time itself. Um, and again, the self-care, like taking some time to to just relax.
Yeah.
And it's very time consuming, but this is what I want to do. Like, I want to spend the time doing that. I can't think, I don't need more TV. I don't need more, you know, this is where I want to spend my
Mm-mm.
time. I love it. I'm very, very, very passionate about it, and I love putting my energy there. I don't. And it's interesting because there's a lady here in Saskatchewan that is 78, and she's celebrating her birthday, and she's still competing. And when I see that, I
Sure.
think, there's no, you don't have to put an end date.
Yeah. Yeah.
You decide what your end date is, but you can continue doing this as long as you're physically, mentally capable.
Yeah.
So what a great sport that you can just continue to do it, and as long as you are well and want to do it. So,
Absolutely. And I think it affords you the opportunity through physical care, exercise, nutrition, training, but also through community to extend your life and the quality of your life, right? Where you can be lifting in your 80s, lifting in your 90s. I mean, I'm sure you met him, Dan Oppenheim, our South African athlete. Dan's 342 years old and he's still competing.
oh no.
No, Dan's in his 80s and he's rocking it. It's like the most amazing thing. He can't get on the bench, but he can move more bench more weight than me. So, that's the most wonderful thing to see. And it's just you look at that and it's such an inspiration that, okay, cool. You know, it's such a nice feeling. And I think as a master, when you get it, you start master one, you start master two, you start to think, hang on a second, how long can I do this? Like I I have a great love and passion for martial arts, for jiu-jitsu in particular, but I don't want to do that because I know rolling with younger guys, there's a very real chance of lack of control from their side and me potentially getting hurt. And I found powerlifting because I tore my transverse lateral ligament uh, in the dojo, and it's like
Mm,
I need to be able to move and do stuff. So it's such a wonderful gift this for us that we can do this
it
for as
is.
long as we really can, but that's a long time.
Yeah, agreed.
I look forward to chatting to you in Master 6.
Ah, all right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
No, and yeah, by the way, here's my argument and my theory that we are going to have a Master 6 and a Master 7 eventually, because sort of this generation of master athletes, Master 1s, Master 2s, the older juniors, will all start to come through, and then there'll be a need for that. And that'll be a lot of fun, because also what's so great about the Master platform, right, is you can start to chase different records and different titles, which is really cool.
Well, and to me, what's really cool is the standards that are being set. Like, even from when I started only, 5 years
Mm-mm.
ago to now, like the masters are just killing it. Like, the blowing numbers up. Like, it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like, to think. It really is. It's phenomenal. I love it. I love watching it.
yeah. It's a really, really cool place to be. I think, what was it, World Bench at Sun City? One of the Japanese athletes, I think she was 84 years old, and she did an 84 kilo equipped bench. Like, just, benching your age in your 80s. It's just like, what? Yeah, so And now
It
just,
it is.
yeah, numbers are really cool. By the way, just before we start to wrap up, because unfortunately Instagram only gives us an hour. And by the way, I'm chatting to Mo Atkins after you.
I saw that.
So you can please feel free to
Fun.
drop a comment, yeah. Or as I called her, Mo Akins, because as you know, how many times did I butcher your name calling you out?
That's all right.
Okay, thank you. I know. Emmanuelle, I'm
My
sorry.
feelings aren't hurt.
No,
It's totally
yeah,
fine.
I think, every announcer needs their thing right. And, with let's get ready to rumble. With me, it's the pronunciation. But it's when my dyslexia kicks in and my ADHD brain freezes. So,
Yeah.
but it comes
No,
from,
Mo is really fun
yeah.
and she's a great athlete, so that's fun that you'll have her
I'm
on.
looking forward to chatting with her now. And I know it's going to be so
Mhm.
much fun. And you're coming up with such an amazing bunch of athletes as well. And I can't wait to see the guys. Is Garrett coming out? I haven't had a chance to chat with him yet.
He's not.
Yeah. Okay.
We have one one coach that is similar from Sun City,
Okay.
but the other two will be new to me.
Okay. All
Not
right.
new to coaching, but new to me. Yeah.
Okay. So I think, yeah, I think
Yeah.
Jace also isn't coming as the coach. I remember chatting to Mimi Frank about that. Just ahead of
Yeah.
Worlds, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so but it'll still be a fun bunch. But I don't know who I'm going to shout at about their Crocs in the warm-up area. Then, uh,
That's a great point. Do I need to bring my Crocs?
please, and I'll show you where the Croc shop is, and you can go get your South African gibbets. It's in the mall,
Oh my
just down.
gosh.
It's in the waterfront, just down the road. So yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
that's
Croc
funny.
South Africa, are you listening? We're going to tag you in this post. All right, 46
That's
minutes.
right.
You got to come and check. All right, no, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to know about coming out, or any questions on that?
Well, you mentioned I guess my question would be, what would you say are some of the more lower key pre-comp things to do? So we talked about
Yeah.
the beach, but
Okay.
do you have, last time we spoke, you mentioned the helicopter,
Yes.
and that's been like going in my brain because I've
Awesome.
never been in
Okay.
a helicopter
So yeah,
before.
absolutely, yeah, 100%. So I think that's such a great question. I'm going to get hold of some of the helicopter guys. Also, Dane from Hotel Sky, one of the other hotels, and I'm going to chat about what to do. But honestly, for me, I think going to Camps Bay Beach, and whether it's sitting on the rocks by Camps Bay, between Glen Beach and Camps Bay Beach, and just watching the sunset, there's such a relaxing,
Mm,
calming, special energy. You can grab an Uber, you pop over Kloof Neck, you get dropped down on the beach, and you can just sit down. You can go and there's a Kauai there, which is like a health fruit smoothies, banana smoothie, all whey protein smoothie, healthy snacks. Just grab one of those or grab a coffee and just go and sit on the beach and watch the sunset. You see the dogs running on the beach. Now, Camps Bay is a dog beach, eh? Like they try to stop that once, and those marshals have never been seen again. And so, but just that,
that's
like, yeah,
awesome.
that Camps Bay Beach. Also, Sea Point Promenade is a long promenade that you can walk. Early morning, it's a great place. You can just grab an Uber there, get dropped off by the Mojo Market. Great place to grab a little coffee. There's some food stores there. And you can take a walk along the promenade sort of at 8 o'clock in the morning. The light is great just to clear your head and relax. There's some beautiful gardens by the Cape Town Stadium that you can walk and go and sit in. And then something else to do, which I think will be very, very special, Kirstenbosch Gardens. Those are the botanical gardens. You can grab an
Mm,
Uber there, then and just go and relax, walk these beautiful gardens. They've got some rock pools and baths built into the rock pools that you could just, it's absolutely very, very peaceful. And also what's a lot of fun is the traditional red hop on and hop off buses where you can just do a tour of the peninsula. So just make sure that if you are upstairs, you got a hat on, you got water, you're staying hydrated, or you can sit below and then just do a tour of the peninsula from the waterfront and back. Like those are really the relaxing things. But I think getting to Cape Town, even your first evening, get one or two of the other lifters or go on your own. Go to, I'll be there, so I'll show you where to go and what to do, and go to Camps Bay and watch a sunset. It is the most special thing, and it's just a great way. You get your rocks, your feet on the rocks, your hands on the rocks, inside, get grounded, and just, it just connect to Cape Town. You got the beautiful 12 apostles behind you, and it was very special. I mean, I grew up on that beach. I mean, I'm very, very lucky. So that's the number one pick. Then the bus, the promenade, early mornings, and it just, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff to do. That's really relaxing. A helicopter tour, an absolute blast. I would think maybe the wine route, the wine farms, but you don't want to go there and not be able to stock up. But if you are a wine drinker and a wine fan, there are delivery services, so you can order, pay for it, and they'll ship it back home for you. So all of these cool things. So
Well,
yeah.
you and I are on the same page that way.
Mm.
I don't drink.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, there we go. Perfect, exactly. So then Stellenbosch, I'm going to be there in 2 weeks. Some great restaurants, some great ice cream. I found there's an ice cream store there. I forget the name. I think it's Momo, but they do a vegan-based ice cream. But what I love about it is there's no lactose issues. It was a ginger and beet ice cream with a granadilla ice cream, and it was absolutely delicious. So
That sounds delicious.
so
It
delicious,
sounds
yeah.
great.
But I think
Yeah,
as excited as I am, and like being an Energizer Bunny, there's a lot of Cape Town that's very relaxing and very, very calming, and it's a great location to get your head into the game, just to clear your head, leave everything behind that's not necessary for the comp, and just be able to focus on the competition.
I'm excited.
Cool. It's going to be good.
I'll definitely be doing the sunset.
Okay, good,
Definitely.
awesome, cool,
Yeah,
100%. And you
yeah.
just come and poke me, say, right, Camp Spare, how do I get there? We'll order you an Uber
Okay.
and get you there. It's very special. Also, Buckwaven, a really nice place. It's just a little beach further along the coast and beautiful rocks. It's a bit of a shelly beach. I wouldn't sit on the beach, but you can go and sit on the rocks. There's a place there called Bootleggers. If you can have banana bread before the comp, the banana bread with peanut butter is
Yeah.
off the hook, and a
Mm.
great coffee. Take your coffee, walk down to the beach. There's a couple little entry points to the different beaches there. Sit there and just look at the sea and relax. But yeah, that's even quieter and calmer than Camps Bay. So definitely good.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Awesome. Yay! Emmanuelle, thank you for your time. Thanks for coming on. Cannot wait to see you. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, I can't wait.
You're
I can't
going
wait.
to love it. How long are you going to be in Cape Town for after the comp or after you
You
complete?
know what?
Mm,
Not as much
mm.
after.
Okay.
Just a couple days after.
All right.
I front loaded.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. No, fair enough. But
Yeah.
afterwards, then definitely fish on the rocks. Are you a seafood, like a fried fish fan, fish and
Oh,
chips?
I
Best
love it.
best fish and chips in the world. Calamari,
Okay.
prawns. You're eating
Oh, I
something that,
love
yeah,
calamari.
like you're going to be eating calamari that was swimming a few hours earlier. Like it's that fresh.
Okay.
It's been in the same
Okay.
family for generations. It's at the end of the Hout Bay Harbor Road, and it's just it's very, very special. There's pictures there of the young lady who runs it. I think like since she was a little girl, with a different snook, the fish they catch, they have a competition, and watching her grow up. It's the most special place where you got billionaires and dock workers sitting on the benches protecting their food from the seagulls while you're on the water looking across the bay to the mountains. Absolutely magnificent.
Oh,
Okay.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
It'll be
I
great.
better be careful with this. I don't want people thinking while they're deadlifting, oh, that fish and chips.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'll stop it there. I'll stop it there. But again, thank you for your time, and really appreciate you coming on. just have a great training, a couple of blocks left, and
Thank
have a
you.
great flight out. And we're looking forward to seeing you in Cape Town.
Yes, looking forward to seeing you again for
Cool.
sure.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time. Guys, thank you for watching. Are you going to stay on a bit for Mo and maybe drop a comment or two?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, awesome. Groovy. I'll get everything sent to you in the next 2 minutes. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.